So foot drop is really a symptom of quite a few different health conditions where people lose the ability, to some degree, lose the ability to control the muscles in the shin that keep the toes up as you walk. So as they swing their leg through in walking, the toes can drop and catch on the ground, and that can then lead to trips and falls. And when people are walking, then they have to think very, very hard about what they're doing. They have to be very careful, and that's very fatiguing. So people start to develop, through the fear and the fatigue, they start to modify what they do and stop doing some of the things that really matter to them. So it has quite a negative impact on quality of life, and it affects a lot of people.
These boots are incredibly life-changing. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 11 years ago, and also diagnosed with drop foot.
The elastics are positioned in a particular way that people can tighten depending on their weakness of the muscle, paralysis of the muscle. And all it does is, keeps the foot up when it's in the air, so it doesn't drop. So when it hits the ground, rather than the forefoot hitting the ground, it's the heel that hits the ground. The elastics then give way and allows normal movement at the ankle joint, which is normal. And then as soon as the foot leaves the ground, it pulls the foot up. In my heart, I always wanted to produce something that helps foot drop, but also looks like a normal shoe. And this is where we are now. We have a very simple, innovative, simple solution that seems to work for people with foot drop, regardless of the underlying condition. But also it can be developed in hot countries, for example, into like a sandal, which is one of the things we are thinking of.
What we have estimated based just on people with MS and people with stroke is that we're talking over 300,000 people in the UK, and probably getting on for 4 million people globally. But that's a real underestimate. So we're talking quite a lot of people affected by it who could then benefit.
So it's a very simple solution, but potentially has big potential going forwards.
Exciting times ahead. Of course, as a Gibraltarian, with your connection to the Gibraltar University, are you hoping to open up this market and maybe make this available for people in Gibraltar?
Eventually, I would like it to come home, to come to Gibraltar and be available to people in Gibraltar so they can benefit. Initially, as I say, we will be making the first product available, probably online, or even there might be some commercial opportunities with businesses in Gibraltar to supply the shoe, or even to the Gibraltar Health Authority as well. So there are potential to supply the shoes to Gibraltar when it's ready to be launched.